Hey guys, happy Saturday. I figure I'm gonna go live, do a live Q&A in Vietnam while the wife is getting her massage. I thought that I would save the time not getting a massage, jump on and do a Q&A for you guys. See if you guys have any questions and bring you guys live in Vietnam. Sitting at a coffee shop right now. Oh yeah, sitting at a coffee shop. Oh man, this is way better. So maybe I should flip my, hold on a second. Maybe I should flip my table around. This plastic table, I can move it anywhere. So, so let me move it. I think I get better lighting. I think I get better lighting. If you guys like this live, smash the thumbs up for me. Oh, the Vietnamese coffee, the bomb. It's really good. Let me flip the table around. God, this coffee. So let me see here. Oh yes, way better lighting, right? Right, you guys? Way better lighting. So let me see here. So in Vietnam, they got plastic chair, plastic table, and all they do is they have a little small shop, and then you can set it up. Everybody's like a business owner, or like an entrepreneur here. So is that a cricket? A circle? Is that a what? Hold on, is that a circle? A Circle K? Is that a Circle K? Man, that coffee shop is the bomb. Oh yeah, man, it is the bomb, dude. It's so good, bro. It's so good. I normally don't drink coffee at all, but their coffee here is just super good, like really good. Hopefully we can get better lighting. I think what's up here, the lighting is a little bit better if I hold it up like this, but I want my hand to be free. So you guys let me know if the lighting is all right. There is a Circle K in the background. I don't know what you mean. Oh God. Hold on a second. Okay. So here's the coffee. The coffee's really good. This coffee here, this one I think is like 25 or 30,000, which equal out to about like, I don't know, like $1. Grocery store the store across the street, dude. So yeah, Circle K. I don't know what Circle K is. We definitely don't have that where we're at. But how is everyone doing? If you like this live, I go live in Vietnam, somewhere else. Show me some love, let me know. Hey Kong, how are you? Dude, I'm doing amazing, man. This is our Tony Hearts, doing amazing, girl. I think it's a chick. I'm not sure. But this is our day number 18. Day number 18. I like the 7-Eleven. How do you assign? All right, question already. Let's go. Let's rock and roll, man. Kyle, how do you assign and send the agreement contract with a seller title company? I'm not exactly sure what you're trying to say. I'm sorry about my hairdo, man. How do you? It's pretty windy right here. How do you assign and send the agreement contract with a seller title company? Okay, Kyle, I think what you're trying to say is how do you send the agreement to the seller or to the title company? Is that correct? You email, man. Email them, or use DocuSign. DocuSign is an online platform that allows you to get electronic signature, and then you can email it. Oh my God! Email to the title company. Email it to a title company. Yeah, you can email them. Make sure I read this right. How do you assign and send the assignment contract to the seller title company? Yeah, man. So Kyle, use DocuSign to get the buyer to sign it, and then you email it over to the title company. So I'm not sure exactly if that's the Kyle, let me know if I answer your question. Kong, damn, how long are you staying there for, man? As long as we want, man. I'm free like a bird, bro. I'm free like a bird. Honestly, man, we don't have to go back at all. Like, honestly, we don't have to go back, but obviously, we got a little baby there, right? We miss our daughter. Our little Shih Tzu. and then we got to go back there. We got to go to a mastermind. Then we got to go to the Max event. But honestly, bro, like once you go virtual, does it matter if I'm here or I'm there? No, it doesn't. So yeah, man, I can stay as long as I want. But we're planning to go for a month. I think a month is plenty time. I had enough of Vietnam. Get mosquito bite everywhere, man. They're trying to suck my blood. How do you go back to the seller when you need to lower selling price? Oh, Anthony, good question, man. Good questions. Maybe this is something I think I posted on Instagram. So if you haven't followed me on Instagram, hit me up on IG. Go to Khang, Khang dot, like a period, WTM. So how do you go back to the seller? And you guys, if you like this, come on, man, give this live video a share. Let's get more people onto the family. If I put it up here, the lighting is a lot better like this. But I think we should be okay. So how do you go back to the seller when you need to lower the price? Okay, so Anthony, when you go back to the seller, you gotta know why you need to go back to lower the price. Have you marketed the property and you can't find any buyers, or when you market when you market the deal and the buyer came in and the buyer tell you, hey, that price is too high. Can you guys hear me, or is it too windy? You guys gotta understand, if you're gonna go back and renegotiate with the seller, if you have a buyer in place, then you need to make sure that you can get a commitment from your buyer first. A commitment as in like what price are they willing to move forward and how soon can they close. So what it does now, it puts you in a strong position where you can go back to the seller, you have a solid buyer and say, hey, Mr. Seller, you know, after we send a contractor to go through the property, this is what's there's a lot more repairs and a lot more work that needed to be done. So the rehab cost is a lot higher than what we initially talked about. So instead of this price, instead of 100,000, we are ready to go. We can close on this in 10 days, 7 days, whatever the amount of date is. We can close on this, move forward to close on this. But here's the price where that we need to be. Is that something you can make work for you? Like, is that something that's gonna work for you? All right, so you wanna come back strong. If you wanna renegotiate the price down, you need to come back strong to the seller. And the strong way is being able to close quick, right? Being able to close quickly and just ready to move forward. So that's how you get the seller to come down in price. Now, let's just say you send it out there and you have no bites. And then you can now make up another excuse where you can say, hey, you know what? We did our research, right? We did our research. We have a contractor drop by the property and kind of look at it a little bit, and we calculate our number. And it seems like, we can now either, you can now go back to the seller where you try to market it and it just won't work. Then you can ask for it to extend the agreement, right? To extend the agreement, right? You can ask to extend the agreement, which means you can ask to get more time so you can try to market and try to see if you can sell it. Or you can go back and tell the seller, we're at 200 after we did some calculation on the numbers. Here's where we need it to be. Here's the new price. Here's where we need it to be, and then see if they will make it work for you. And you just say that. Say after we did some research in the area, knowing what the property is selling for, and things like that, and knowing what needed to be done, my team manager feel like like we can't make 100 work. We need to be at this price, and that's how you go back and renegotiate, and then putting the pressure not on like you need to put that onto somebody else, not you. So that's why we're the team manager, the purchase manager. That's where it comes into play, because then it's not just you, but you're like, hey, my team manager. Right? You gotta have somebody to come back and then and blame on. If that makes sense, comment below. Let me know. Hi, Khang. I'm from Vietnam as well. You give great inspiration. My question is, how many people do you have on your team? Right now, we have, I think probably about 10 people, and all VA. We pay them right now roughly about, I think, $6 or $7 an hour. They get bonus, they get commissions, they get sick leave, they get vacations. So they get bonus, so they get all of that. But they're right now about $6 or $7 an hour. And my wife and I, our whole goal is not to build a big team, but to build a small but powerful team. Small but powerful. Like, so we don't have overhead like office space and things like that. I try the office space. Trust me, I thought that I liked the office space, going there and like, oh yeah, you know what, I'm a boss or something like that, you know what I mean? I tried the office space, and then I was like, you know what, Kong? Why are you locking yourself in a box? Right? I said, you know what? My wife and I worked so hard to get away from a box because we were stuck in the mall. We were stuck in the mall. I was stuck in a job, and I said, why would I want to box myself up, man? I want to be free, right? I said, I want to be free, and if I can be free and still make the kind of money I want, then why would I want to trap myself in a box, right? So we don't have an overhead like office space, equipment, or anything like that. All of everything that we do, our meeting, everything is virtual. So our overhead is just paying our VA hourly. That's it. That is our overhead. So we don't have office space. We don't have like acquisition manager, the one that goes out to meet the seller, and then we gotta cut them a commission. You guys gotta understand, when we operate with this VA, they're happy. They are happy with getting, when they lock a deal up on the contract, they're happy with $50. They're happy with a $20. They're happy with $100. Okay, so in our mastermind group, there are guys where they are like obviously making a lot of money. Like this guy, mastermind, he wholesale. He probably does about, I think, maybe $500,000 a month, but he pays his acquisition manager $100,000 a year. And you know how many acquisition managers he has? Like 7 or 10 of them. That's a big overhead, man. So, but he makes more, so the thing is, like, to me and my wife, it's all about how can we build a small but powerful team, and it's all about how much can go in your pocket, right? Like, does that make sense? And for us, we want to have a mindset of virtual. Just build it virtual. Because because we turn down seller that say, hey, you know what? If you're not gonna send someone out there, to meet up with me, yada yada yada, I need to talk to somebody in person, and we pretty much give them everything that we can. Then we're just gonna bypass that. Then that's not the client for us. We want to build that virtual mentality, because so once you go virtual, you will find ways to, like, it's like when you come across a wall, and if your mind is not virtual, then you don't think, how can I do that virtually? Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you will think, like, how can I do that virtually? How can I do that virtually? And obviously what you seek, you will find. So I eliminate everything that I have to physically go be there. Across the street, the wife and her niece is having some massage and some facial and whatever. Let me see here. So hopefully that answered your question. Kong, I heard you can't double close until after 6 months. Who tell you that, man? Who tell you that? Mar JN. Who tell you that, man? Who tell you can't double close until 6 months? Psst, shit. Come on, man. Who are you listening to? Brian Garner. Teamwork makes the dream works. That's right, man. Obviously, my wife and I couldn't do what we're doing right now if we weren't being able to obviously building up a team. And I want to let you guys know, those of you who say, Kong, I don't have any business experience. I don't know anything about building a team. I don't know anything. It's okay. My wife and I, we don't know anything either. Like, period. Like, well, we don't know how to build a business. We don't know how to build a team. Like, we don't know anything. But what it is when you want it so much, and you think about it all the time, the puzzle, the people will come into play, and we'll show you how to get there. Like, it's crazy, and it's not for free, but I'm saying, like little puzzle will start to come into your life where you will see things like you will start seeing it. So what I'm telling you is that my wife and I didn't have any business background. Like, both high school dropout, no business background, no entrepreneurship background, wasn't raised in an entrepreneur family, but it's just, we want it. right? We want it, and we think about it all the time, and it doesn't happen just in 1 month, 2 months, but this is constantly just thinking about it, and then the little puzzle just start to come. So so what I'm trying to tell you is that the first is you got to make decisions. That's what you want, all right? And then don't get stressed out, don't get overwhelmed. Eventually, everything will start to come into your life to get to you to where you want it to be. But it all doesn't come for free. And it all takes a lot of work, and it takes time. It doesn't just come like that. It takes time, right? Kong, do you recommend 800 number when you cold call or local number? Well, AC, let me ask you this question, AC. Would you pick up a 1-800 number, or would you pick up a local number? I pick up local number, man. So for us, we don't use 1-800 number. Not saying that it's not saying that it doesn't work. Not saying that it doesn't work, but I'm just saying the local number, people tend to pick up local number more than a 1-800. 1-800 feels like it's a company. It feels like it's a telemarketer. So I would use local number. I mean, I know that there are people that use 1-800 number and it works for them. We don't. Just checking on the wife. When she comes, I gotta go. Any other question you guys have? Maybe I can bring you guys out to the streets a little bit. Let me bring you guys out to the streets. And so smash a thumbs up if you want me to take you out to the streets so you can see the traffic of Vietnam. Let me get 3 thumbs up. I'll take you out to the streets. I'll put the backpack back. Oh, that's how you get thumbs up, man. Kong, how's life in Vietnam? Dude, life in Vietnam is awesome, bro. I mean, yesterday we went to the beach. We eat so much seafood, and it's like it all comes down to like maybe like $100 for like 12 people. We end up my wife and I end up booking the whole little place for ourselves. So it comes to like $350, but we want to book that little private space. So yeah. Okay, let me take you guys out to the streets. Hold on a second. Let me take you out. It's very dangerous to hold your phone. Yes, yeah. But here's the coffee shop, and then that's the streets. The traffic's not as bad right now, but you guys can see. You guys can see that. Lots of moped. Pretty loud. They just got a little coffee shop there like that. When people ask me over here, so what do? I tell them that I'm a YouTuber, so they don't, so it doesn't feel weird that I walk around with the phone and start talking to myself. How I keep from going to jail? You mean like a Monopoly jail? Don't roll double 3 times, more than 3 times. I ran. How should I negotiate with the seller for a fire damaged home? Get the seller to accept a lower offer because it needs to be rehabbed. Okay, Andre, I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce your name. If you're having trouble talking to seller, negotiating with seller, controlling the phone call, and you want to sound like a pro and start locking you up on the contract over the phone, then check out my King Kong Seller Script Pack, and I'll show you how to dominate and how to crush it. Listen to me, I'll show you how to negotiate with these sellers. I don't care if it's fire damage, I don't care if pre-foreclosure, short sale, whatever it is, the numbers just have to make sense. And the thing is, to get the seller to drop price, you need to know how to talk and negotiate with them. That is the key. And when you first started, you probably don't know how. It's lagging a lot, bro. How do I get you to personal mentor? Bro, dude. To a one-on-one mentor, bro, you gotta, dude, so many people ask that, and when I tell them, well, this is the amount, most people will say no. It doesn't make sense for them because there's so much free content out there. Maybe there are people out there that are way cheaper than I am, but it's 35 G's, man, 35 G's up front, and we gotta split like 3 deals, so it doesn't make sense for a lot of people, man. I understand most people say, Kong, you're wacko, too expensive, yada yada yada. Don't matter, man. I mean, that's just my price. Kong, is there a wrong way of doing wholesaling? I don't know what you mean, man. I don't know what you mean by is there a wrong way. The wrong way is not doing it, man. There is no right or wrong way, right? There is no right or wrong way. You just have to make sure that you pick 1 or 2 people that you want to follow. Just don't watch so many people. When you watch too many people, you will get confused. Because I tell you one thing and the other person tell you one thing and then the other person tell you one thing and then it becomes a conflict and now you're overloaded with information and you're paralyzed because you don't know what's right and what's wrong to do. So I wouldn't follow too many people. Pick 1 or 2 people and then just zone out the rest. If I'm not one of them, zone me out. Saying Kong, bye, ciao, unsubscribe. You know what I mean? So because when you get too much information, it's like you're trying to make this perfect pie and you're combining so many people ingredients in it to make the one pie that you want. Like maybe you watch somebody and you're like, oh, I like what he or she's saying or doing. Then you start watching somebody else. Then you start watching somebody else. Then you start putting it all together. And sometimes it becomes a disaster. You know, because, I mean, I teach you not to find the seller first, not to find the buyer first, right? Some people teach you to find the buyer first. Start building up your buyers list. Don't worry about finding the seller. And I tell you, let's get all the easy things out of your way. So let's say that your plate here is full of food. I'm telling you, let's pick up, let's take all the easy one. Let's get all the easy stuff done first, so that way you can put your whole attention on focus finding seller and buyer, and that is getting a title company. You know, getting all your contract, getting a title company, getting everything in place. So now all you're focusing on is finding seller and the buyer, because all the other one, it's not that it shouldn't take you that long, right? It shouldn't take you that long to get everything done. Like, does that make sense? What takes the longest and need that consistency is finding that deal, finding that seller, and then building up your cash buyer. And some people tell you, well, build the cash buyer, don't worry about the seller. I say, well, why can't you do both? Like to me, like, why can't you do both? Why can't you pop an ad on Craigslist at the same time? Hey, cash buyer looking for looking for property to buy, and then put another ad. Hey, fire deal, wholesale deal, 50 cents on the dollar. Like, why not? Like, do you know what I'm saying? So when you listen to too many people, it gets all confused, right? Any other question you guys have, man? Because your question is not popping up on my end. Any other question you guys have? Their coffee, you guys? Oh my God, it's the bomb. Like, I ordered them, but I never finished them. I don't drink a whole lot of coffee. I drink a lot of tea. Kashashapik, probably chop your name. I just started a month ago, and I have 7 deals under contract, waiting to close soon. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Now let me ask you this question, because a lot of times locking property up on a contract. Now listen to me, you guys. When you hear people locking property up on a contract, don't get all excited and anything like that. Obviously, you know, congrats them. We're happy for you. But a lot of times, nothing is solid until you get the check in your hand and the deal closed. Because I know that there are people that I got somebody that DM me and email me, Kong, I got 10 property locked up on the contract. And I say, okay, you know, and then I was like, okay, great. And then a month later, all of them fell apart because they lock up at the wrong price, right? So we go out there. But the nice thing is that at least whoever that is taking action. So I definitely respect that. And I wish you the best. But to me, in a month, and you can lock 7 property up on the contract, that is pretty mind-blowing. But what's going to be more blowing is that I need to see you get the deal done. Because to me, I have seen it so many times where people lock the deal up on the contract and never be able to push it through all the way. because they get all excited to go out there and they just lock property up on a contract, and they lock it up under the wrong price. Brutus, Colin, what company are you using for the virtual assistant? Brutus Empire, dude. If you want to know how we hire the VA, and all of that, dude, you got to check out my Wife-Lawn Super Marketing Blueprint, bro. It's gonna save you a boatload of money, man. Dude, like, we give you whole entire business blueprint for $14.95, bro. Brutus Empire, let me talk to you, bro. One-on-one. Dude, that is cheap for a blueprint that my wife and I spent years and years and years to connect with, companies that we use to hire VA for our marketing company, all the marketing letters and postcard that we went through the trial and error to figure out what one works the best, what one gives the best return, dude. And maybe you already have a company that you're using right now, but we just got to connect with this company where they don't charge you to pull the list. Like if you were going to go on ListSource and you pull a list, they'll charge you per name. This one here, it gives you up to 10,000 for free, depending on which plan you're getting. But we share with you, man, not just that, we share with you the company name, the company contact info. Like you can contact the same people that we're using, right? So you can tell them, hey, whatever marketing piece Lon is sending out, go ahead and use that same one. But that's up to you, man. I mean, it's, that's up to you. If that's something you're interested in or not, no pressure at all, man. I know that you're killing the game, bro. So if you're killing the game, dropping $1,500 is like pocket change, right? Right, Brutus? Brutus Emperor? Is that correct, man? You're rolling in the dough? Colin, what book do you recommend real estate? Dude, I don't read books, that's a problem. Mar, I don't read books, man. I watch a lot of, to me, I don't consume my learning by reading. For me, it's more about watching. And then when and then this is how I operate. And then, so what it is this is how I operate. So when I come across something that I can't figure out, that I need an answer, what I do is I go online, and then all I'm seeking for is, I don't care about anything else. I am just seeking for that answer to my question, and once I got it, I just like shut it off, because I don't want to like overload. Like I just shut it off. Like I just exit out, and then I go implement it right away. I don't care if it's midnight. Like I don't care what time it is. Like I don't wait, because when you wait, what happens is your mind will trick you, and will talk, and it will trick you, and it will try to get you from not doing it. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like it will talk you out of not doing it. So when I find it, I go and I implement it right away, and then and see if it works. JVC, 20K follow on Instagram. How you feel about that, Donkey Kong? Dude, man, the 10K follower, that cake tastes so freaking good, man. So I can't wait until the 20K. I think that will taste even better. Edward Potter, man, when are you gonna give away some real info? What do you mean some real info, bro? What kind of info are you looking for? Drop it in the comment. I don't know what you mean by real info. I mean, what kind of info are you looking for? Are you looking for the secret sauce? Drop it in the comment. Let me know what you're looking for. I want to know what you're looking for that's the real. Hey, I got your course seller script. Great course, man. I study it daily. Good for you, man. I made cold call before, bought the course, and realized how bad I was. I'm giving myself 30 days. Dude, bro, man, when you master that, bro, dude, you will be like freaking unstoppable. When you get on the phone, it's all about having that confidence and knowing what to say, how to negotiate, man. When you know it, man, you pick up the phone call, you be like, dude, you got this, bro. Bro, can you tell us what to use for software to use for cash buyer? Josh Riley, I'm not sure what you mean by what to use software for cash buyer. Are you talking about a CRM to put your cash buyer, to keep track of your cash buyer? We use Podio. So I don't know exactly what your question is. And then when you get the deal on the contract, You just send them out. Send a text blast, send a text blast, and then an email blast to all of your buyers. B-Cod Studio, what up, big dog? What up, bro? Where can we get the blueprint and the cash buyer software recommendation? The link is in the description. It's the second video. So the link is in the description. Goes to Wholesale to Million, known as wholesale2million.com, and that is $14.95. But we give you the whole entire business blueprint, like not holding anything back, like all of the company, all the contact, like how we actually set it up, man. Like how we set our business up to be able to like do it virtually, like right now. How much we pay our VA, what we pay, how my wife train them, and etc. What will take place if I take massive action after purchasing your King Kong seller script? Trishan Young, what will take place if I take massive action after? Dude, then I don't know exactly what your question is, Trishan Young. But if you take the King Kong seller script, you take massive action, then bro, it's time to freaking make some money. It's time to lock some deal up on the contract. That's what's gonna happen, bro. Is when you get the script, applied it with massive action, dude, it's money making time, bro. So I don't know exactly what your question is, but that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna start locking property up on the contract, and you're gonna be like, Kong, I'll show you some money. I'll show you the money. Edward, secret info. I have deals but no exit. Okay, so secret info. You have deals but no exit. I don't know what you mean by exit. You mean like you have deal under contract, you can't sell them? What is the exit strategy? Is that your questions? That's easy, bro. Come on, man. I just talked about it. You go back, you renegotiate with the seller, try to get more time, or you just have to go back and tell them, hey, that price won't work, right? And blame it on me. I am your team manager. Kong, my team manager Kong, said that, hey, that price at $100,000 is not gonna work for us. You know, after some research on the property, after some market analysis, here's what we feel like we need to be. And let me know if that makes sense for you. And you want to, when you tell the seller that, when you go back and renegotiate with the seller, and when you tell the seller that, do not put any pressure on them. You want to give them like a fear of loss, and let them know it's okay. If it doesn't work for you, Mr. Seller, it's completely fine. We understand that. I just want to make sure that this works for you and work for us as well, and that's what my team manager is saying. I'm a girl. Oh, Mar. Oh, what up, girl? What up, girl? Sorry. I'm sorry. Like when I read the name, I can't tell. I'm sorry. How do you craft the max price of a property under contract that make the most out of a deal? Ooh, okay, good one, man. You ready? Undead kid. Okay, so when you craft, okay, when you start to make that offer and do your calculation, you want to calculate at a 30% discount. But when you go and you sell the deal, you don't sell it to your buyer at a 30% discount. You start it out at a 20% discount. Then you start dropping the price. It's like here's, okay, this glass here, full price is $1. You negotiate and got this glass off 30% off, so it'll be 70 cents. But when you go and you resell this glass to somebody else, don't resell it at a 30% or you know, like, do you know what I mean? Like start out higher, start out 20% discount, then get to the 30% discount and see if you can maximize your assignment fee. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Can you mention my name? Kong? Absolutely. Red Stick Home Buyer. Red Stick Home Buyer. What up, man? Professor, do you miss Trump yet? I miss America. So I hope that answered your question, man. Santana, you're cool, Kong. Oh man, dude, when I was in high school, bro, man, I was being picked on. I was being called a loser. I was being called like some Asian name. Like I was being called so many names, bro. Like when I was in school, bro, like Nobody called me cool, dude. Nobody called me cool, man. I got made fun of bad, man. I used to remember going to the car and cry. I used to ride home on a bus and cry on the bus. Yeah, man, it's life was never like what it is now. Because when you're younger, you care too much about all the little things, right? And obviously when you get older, you just don't care so much anymore. And obviously your mindset, my mindset changed and it shifted a lot to become who I am today. Obviously, if you follow my channel, you know that Kong was a very super shy, insecure guy. You know, that I would never be, like, I would never even take pictures. My mom would take picture of me, and then if I find out, like I literally cry, and I literally get extremely upset with her, and I make her go rip up the picture, like rip the picture up. And yeah, man, it's really bad, man. Like when I was younger, I didn't like who I was. Period. Like I didn't like who I was. Like, you know, I didn't like the person that I am. But man, it takes it. Yeah, man. The one thing I had to overcome that was so hard for me was my insecurity. Being able to be okay with who I am, inside and outside. That was really tough for me, man. That was really tough for me. That was one of the toughest, because I know that my life won't change if I don't change. For my life to change, I must first change. So by knowing that, I have to start changing myself, and it was just so extremely hard for me, man. It was extremely hard, man. I remember crying in the mall because I had to work there because my wife is the one that got me to who I am today, like who I become today, because she pushed me, she believes in me, and you know, to become the person that I am now. And yeah, man. I was talking about a software program for criteria of buyers and contacting them. Oh, I see, Joshua. That is a program that my wife and I share in the Lawn Super Marketing Blueprint. So in the marketing blueprint, my wife shared with you how to find the cash buyer, how to pull the cash buyer list, and get all their phone number, get their email, and get calling them. All right. Figuring out which is the hot zip code or states or area that you can start virtually wholesale in. I mean, like basically you name it. Basically you name it, it's in the marketing blueprint. Like our whole business, it's in the marketing blueprint. Finding that cash buyer, getting their phone number, the skip tracing company, like all of that is in the Lawn Super Marketing Blueprint. Any other questions, you guys? We are running about 30 minutes. What else should I order? Maybe I'll order something for you guys. Let's see. Em ơi, cho cái cam dắt nha. Yeah, cảm ơn. So I just order. It's not really lemonade, but it's not really lemonade. What can I do if I live in a small town with no market, but live about an hour away from Atlanta? Okay, so Miracle, let me ask you this question. Do you know the basic of wholesaling? It doesn't matter if you live in a small town. It doesn't matter if you live in an area, a different area. What you need to learn is you need to know how to, you know, find a market that you want to dominate, you want to crush. I'll show you that in my step-by-step guide, how to virtually wholesale. Miracle, I'll show you step-by-step how to actually do this business, one step and one video at a time. If you're interested in it, and you got to be able to look me in the eye, stare me in the eye and say, Kong, I am ready, I'm committed. I know that's gonna take work. I know that this journey ain't gonna be easy, but it's gonna be worth it, and I'm willing to commit. And not about Kong, I'm gonna commit 6 months, I'm gonna commit a year, but it's saying, Kong, I will commit until I make it. Now, if that is you, if you say yes to all that, the link is in the description. Check out my step-by-step guide. I'll show you how to do it. All right, and the investment is $4.99, but don't waste your money until you can look me in the eye and say, Kong, I am ready, bro. Let's go. Let's make some money. But if you're hesitating, you're debating, you're not exactly sure, then don't waste your money. I don't want to see you like just buy it and then and not do anything about it. I really don't want to see you do that. It's only 500 bucks. Joshua, yep, it's only, you guys gotta understand, money you can always make again. Time you will never get back. Listen to me. Money, you can always make it again. So let's just say, you know, you make the investment, well, whatever it is, right? But listen to me. If you are serious, if you're committed, if you're gonna take massive action, I really don't see why you can do it. But you gotta understand that money, you can always make it again. Time, you will never get. So if you're gonna take you the next 3 months, 4 months, 6 months to try to figure this business out, instead you make the investment and then you can start doing instead of start trying to figure things out. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? D, how do you work on your mindset of knowing it's possible? That's what I'm struggling now. Oh, D, listen to me. I'm going to talk to you right now. I'm going to talk to you right now, directly with you, D. Mindset of knowing it's possible. Well, first, D, let me tell you this. You got to believe that this business is possible. That people are out there making money, and not just making money, but making a boatload of money, right? I'm talking about 6-figure a month wholesaling houses without ever buying it. First, you have to believe that it is possible. Reason why is because if you don't believe it's possible, what you're gonna do, like if you don't believe it's possible, then you're not gonna try to dig into it, try to figure out how you can do it. Second, I do not care what your situation, what your circumstance is, where you're at right now, but you must believe 0, I don't care what percentage, that you can do it. All right? And then number 3 is take massive actions. Go learn it, figure out what you need to do first, and then take action. And knowing that you are gonna make mistakes. You are gonna make mistakes, but don't let that fears hold you back from doing what you need to do. All right, don't let that fear hold you back from doing what you need to do. And your mindset should not be, hey, I'm gonna try it. Your mindset shouldn't be, I'm gonna try it. Your mindset should be like calm, I'm in it until I make it. You guys gotta understand, success is like a marriage. When you make a commitment with your husband or your wife, till death do us part, that should be like success. Because you know, man, you know that there's not gonna be always honeymoon, fun time. You know that there's gonna be good time, and you know that there's gonna be downtime. Time where you guys argue, time where you guys fight, time where you guys don't get along. That is exactly what success is, man. You know there's gonna be good days. You know there's gonna be days where you wake up and nothing goes your way. But you made the commitment. Right? You made the commitment to stick with it, to figure out what you need to figure out to get to the next step. And it's one step at a time. Remember, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one single step. I don't care if you're going slow, right? I don't care if you're taking baby steps, but each and every single day, just put one foot forward. Figure out what you need to do today, zone out the rest. Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't try to, and do not ever, please do not ever compare yourself where you are with somebody else. When you hear people like, oh, I'm locking deal and I'm closing deal within the next 30 days, and you be like, shit, I'm 60 days in and I got nothing. Shit, maybe it's not for me, you know? So do not compare. Just look at where you are and just take one step at a time, man. And I promise you, the puzzle eventually will unfold. Everything will come to you, whatever you needed to get to where you want to be. So I hope that helps, man. So the mindset, when you gotta understand this too, is that if you want to live an extraordinary life, if you don't want to be normal, if you don't want to be like, you know, I don't want to live the average life, man. I don't want the 9-to-5 life. I want to live an extraordinary life. I want to live the life that other people can't or not able to. Then what is going to require from you is you got to do things that you have never done and other people don't do. Like this, does that make sense? Because you want something that other people never, so which means it requires you to do things that they could have never done or they won't do. All right, so remember that you gotta understand this journey, it ain't gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy, but I promise you it's gonna be worth it. Because you know, because once you made it, man, you can be free like a bird. You can soar the sky, fly, you know. So anyways, I hope that helps you, man. Or I'm sorry, I keep on saying man, but it could be a chick. How many contracts do you use to complete a virtual wholesale deal? 2, purchase and sale agreement with the seller and the assignment agreement with the buyer. Or if it's a double closing, then a double close contract. 3 if it's a JV. Yeah, so 3 if it's a JV deal. Any other question, you guys? I'm just looking to make sure that the wife. I know that I haven't been uploading video on YouTube, so that's why I want to take some time and be able to give back to you guys, because I understand that we didn't get to where we are if it weren't for your guys' help and then support. So obviously you guys know from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate each and every single one of you, even the hater. Do you make the buyer pay for the closing costs? Absolutely. So when you negotiate with the seller, you tell the seller, hey, we pay for all the closing costs. So whatever that you negotiate with the seller, you want to pass that along to your end buyer. All right, pass that along to your end buyer. But it's not necessary that they have to pay for it. If you negotiate where you be like, hey, you pay for your buyer closing costs, and we'll take care of the seller closing costs out of our assignment fee, then obviously that's different. But typically, yes, I pass that along to my end buyer. Come on, man, hit me with the one thing, one time, Kong. What do you mean one time? Hit me with it one time. Sydney A, come on, man, shit. I don't know if that's what you're waiting for, or I'm not sure what you mean by hit you up with one time. Joe Ho, Investor Fuse came out with a new system. Yup, they did. Do you feel it's still worth it at that price? Scaling up, yes. Answer is yes. Josh, it's hard to find a buyer for it. Okay, that's not a question. Any other question? This thing is good, you guys. Gosh, man, I wish you guys were here. We'll have so much fun. I think if somebody asked me, am I gonna be at the We Live 19 Maxwell event? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. And on that day, for those of you who use the code WTM, I am going to work on your deals. I'm going to work on your deals live. So your deal will be the priority. Do you have a realtor for the middleman? No. But I work with Realtor to get deal under contract. Yes. Sydney, yes. Thanks, brothers. Come on, man. Everybody been wanting me to say that. Any other questions, you guys? Ivan Thomas, do you deal with Realtor? Yes, absolutely. You guys you gotta understand, Realtors have the cash buyer that you need, and they also have the motivated seller. You just gotta know that when you're on that phone call, what is your intention? Your intention is to connect with that Realtor so they can give you pocket listing or the motivated seller deal, or are you on that call to get the cash buyer from them? So you got to know what your intention is when you get on the phone with that agent. But yes, I work with Realtor all the time. Let me see if you guys have any. Man, I can't believe we only have 53 people. Oh man. And I apologize, you guys. This week I don't think we'll be able to do a live cold call role play. I might try to squeeze one in tomorrow, but I can't promise you. But I can't promise you. Kriska, okay, I can't pronounce your name. It's almost 11. Dude, it's almost 11, man. Last time we did a live cold call at midnight. At midnight, bro. Cause you know why? Dude, we're beast mode. We don't sleep. Sleep for baby. Can you go to title company with both agreement at the same time to close as long as you have the buyer? Yes. Yes, you can. And why would you go there? Why can't you email to them? That's the one thing I don't get, man. Like, you can email to them. You don't have to physically go there. Should I learn my people skill through wholesaling or learn it through being a car salesman? RC? Dude, I'm not sure exactly what you're trying to say, RC. RC, you gotta pick which business you want to go down, man. I mean, people skill can be taught, can be learned, can be developed through wholesaling. So why, you know, so I don't get what you're trying to say, man. So what you want to do, man, is when, if you know, wholesaling is your thing, wholesaling is what you want to do, then you want to start reaching out and go to the local RIA, start connecting with people, go on the go on Facebook, put your name out there, start networking with people. Say, hey, my name is RC. You know, my partner and I are looking to wholesale in this area. Would love to connect with you. Would love to work together. Would love to, you know, share ideas or whatever it is, right? And that's how you, that's how you put your name out there, and that's how you start the motion. And most of you just don't do, man. Most of you just don't do. The do is what you're missing. The doer. We're the doer, not the talker. We let the talker talk shit, and we just do. Oh man. Okay, Joshua, so many guys get confused here. This question here, commercial property, vacant land, single family. Listen to me. Stick with single family, duplex, fourplex, triplex. Those are okay because they still consider residential, but don't get into commercial and land, man. It just, like just don't. It takes so much of your time. You're dealing with a different type of beast, seller, buyer, and all that. And the bread and butter is what you want to stay with, which is a single family home. All right, man, if I shout out your name, if I answer your question, you better smash the thumbs up. If I don't, you know, if I answer someone else's question and it happened to be your answer that you're seeking for, or maybe the answer you don't know, boom, show me some love. Sydney said, do you just have Realtor add their fee on top when you sell your deals through them? Sydney, there's two ways to do it. So when you get on the phone with the Realtor, you just tell them, hey, here's their purchase price. And the best way to know that is to ask them. And they will tell you, hey, I'm gonna send out to my buyers, hey, you got under contract for 100, I'm gonna send out to my buyer for 105, or they will tell you, hey, you know what, the number's tight, I won't be able to add my top. You know, that's something that you guys would have to pay, but the best way is that you ask them what they want. Ask them, Sydney, right? Sydney, do not ever give your number first. You always ask. I don't care if it's the buyer, I don't care if the seller, I don't care if another co-wholesale, I don't care if it's a realtor, I don't care if your friend, your family. From now on, when you talk about price, when you talk about numbers, do not give a number first. Always ask the other person what they want. What they want. Because let me tell you something, Sydney, I work with Realtor where they want 0 commission from me because they worry about getting the deal done with me, so that way they're the end buyer, so that way they can feed their end buyer, because the end buyer fix and flip a lot. They like to keep them, you know, busy and keep that relationship with the end buyer, and they're more concerned about the relisting the price, right? So let's just say that my deal is 100,000, a commission on 100,000, maybe it's 1% they want, 2% they want, 3% they want, it's $3,000. Let's just say it's $3,000, but they're not worried about that because they don't want, because of me feeling I have to pay them, that they will lose out on a deal where when their buyer fix it up and they can relist it for 300,000 and make a larger commission, if that makes sense. I mean, I have Realtor that say, hey Kong, I just want a flat fee, $5,000. I have a Realtor say, hey Kong, on this deal here, man, if you pay me $1,000, I'm happy. But it's all about me asking them. You know, it's all about me asking them. You ask them what they want, because you want to make sure that this is a long-term relationship. It's not a one-time thing, it's not a two-time. But you guys got to listen to me. When I talk to anybody, they just need to tell me what they want, and as long as it makes sense, I don't negotiate. I will try to get them what they want to make them happy, because I want to keep the relationship. But what I'm telling you is sometimes what you think is fair for other people, you know, what you think is fair to somebody else is different. So on a deal where you think, oh yeah, you know, 50-50 is fair, but the other person might be happy with $1,000, $2,000, $5,000. Does that make sense? And to them, they're happy with that, and they feel like that is fair. Then there's nothing wrong with that. It just means you're a better negotiator, and they just need to improve their negotiating skills. That's all. It's all business, man. This is the real world. It's not, when you go out there and when you don't know, it's the real world, man, right? It's the real world. Everybody say, hey, man, okay, like if you know, so you just gotta improve your skills, you know? I mean, this is the real world. I want you guys to know that. Nobody's gonna take care of you like a little baby and saying, hey, you know what, I'll give you some money. You know, it is the real world, man. Kong, can you change the price if it's too low? Kong, can you change the price if it's too low? I'm not sure what you mean by can you change the price if it's too low. I'm not sure what you mean by that. You know, like let me tell you guys something. When my wife and I first started, like there are times where we overpay things, where we get overpaid, we got rip off and all that. But you guys gotta understand, it's how you react to things. I didn't get sour, period. I don't get sour, man. I don't get sour. Once I have already tell you, that's what I agree. I can care less what the outcome is, because now I know that I just need to be a better negotiator. I just need to like do my homework. I just need to be better, right? So to me, I take that as a learning. Where Kong, you need to be better, man. This is the real world, man, right? So I don't get sour, I don't get angry, I don't get upset about it at all, period. Because you guys gotta understand that when you start to blame other people and you start to say, oh, that person, this person, that, you know, oh, they're taking, you know, it's, then you cannot take control of yourself and say, I need to improve myself. I need to upgrade my skill. Like, does that make sense, you guys? So I don't get sour at all. I have, so let me tell you something. I have deals where I send it out to another co-wholesaler send it out to their end buyer and makes more than I did. I don't care. Right? Honestly, man. Kong, what software do you use to send seller and buyer contract? A DocuSign. DocuSign, dude. When you come to my dude, here in my country, dude. If you don't have thick skin, if you don't have thick skin. Dude, this is the real world, man. They'll eat you, they'll spit you out, they'll chew you, they'll flip you upside down, bro. And it is the real world, man. It is the real world. That's how it is, dude. And I want to let you know too, it's in business. There are obviously good people, there's obviously not good people, right? But when you get like, but you just have to know that you just need to, yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, dude, in my country, man. Man, they'll eat you, they'll spit you out, they'll chew your bone down, man. Shit. What time is it where you're at? Let me see. What time is it where I'm at? I think it is. Let me see what time it is. Check out my phone, dude. This is my Vietnamese phone. Freaking baller. Nokia. That's right, baby. 11:02 a.m. Dạ không có giờ mình thi xong chưa thôi à. So 11:02 a.m. where I'm at, man. Any other question you guys have? If you guys haven't followed me on Instagram, hit me up on IG at Khang, KHANG.WTM. And if there's no more questions, then I am going to wrap this up. And I want to say thank you so much for each and every single one of you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. And I'll see if I can pop on and do another Q&A tomorrow, earlier instead of later. So let me see if you guys have any more questions. For those of you who really wants to take your game to the next level, man, like really want to take your game to the next level and start locking property up on the contract, my God, man, you gotta check out my King Kong seller script. It will, dude, it'll take you like to a whole another planet. Like I will just show you how to dominate, overcome the I want to think about it. Oh, let me get back to you about it. Negotiate with the seller, get them to drop off price. I got your back, man. I don't care if you're cold calling. I don't care if you're door knocking. I don't care if you're talking to pre-foreclosure. I don't care if you're talking to vacant homeowner, whatever that is. I got you, man. That script, dude, will take, ooh, man. Where can I get your script? Doris King. The script, the link is in the description, bro. The link, oh, it could be a chick. No, actually King, so it can't be a girl. Link is in the description. Goes to Wholesale to Million, no S, wholesale2million.com, but the link is in the description. It's $4.95. And King, listen to me, man. When you the script, you be like, Kong, dude, I finally know what you're trying to say. I know what you're talking about. And I want to say a few more things. Okay, when I watch other people, how they role play and negotiate, like, cause there's other wholesaler where they put up video where they negotiate and talk to the seller. This is what's going through my head. It's not that they're not good or anything like that, right? And I'm not naming anybody, but I'm just like, how can somebody duplicate that? Like how can, cause their conversations, it's just so long, and the question is just like so long, and it's just sound like it's different every single time. So I was like, how can somebody duplicate that? Like, do you know what I mean? Like when you know nothing about real estate, how can somebody duplicate that? Dude, my King Kong seller script, man, every single question, negotiating, objections, is all the same. It's all depending on where it comes in play, but it's all the same. And I made it so simple that even my VA from Philippines know nothing about real estate, and they can set an appointment and they can lock property on the contract. But what I'm telling you is, like, when I watch these cold call role play or whatever it is, I was like I was so confused, because I was like, how can somebody duplicate what you're saying? Because it feels like it's different all the time, and the question is just so everywhere. Like, do you know what I'm saying? But if I show you the video, you got my King Kong seller script, and if I show you the video, you will know exactly what I'm trying to say, right? Because if you can't put it so somebody else can duplicate it, how can you scale, right? How can you hire an employee, and how can you scale up, and how can it be so simple that anybody can follow it and just dominate it? That's what I do, man. What I do the best is talking, negotiating with sellers. That's what King Kong do, man. Talk, negotiate, and lock property on the contract all over the phone, and I'll show you how to do that in the script. Because that's what I do, man. That's what I do, baby. 24/7, 365. That's what I do. So that's why I'm not just talking, I'm not just telling you. When you get the script, you also get some live cold call that you'll be able to listen to me, right? You'll be able to listen to me on how I talk to the seller, how I lock it up right there live on the phone, okay? And dude, and I'm not just talk, man. I took it to another level, and when we're at the Maxwell event, that's why we are doing your deals live, because that's what I do, baby. 24/7, 365, every single day. So that's why I am ready to go real, go raw. What about you? Let me see here, Edward. On live cold call this week, bro. For Dimitri, for whoever it is that is gonna buy the King Kong seller script package, go back and watch some of the live cold call, and you will know why people are having trouble finding deals. They say they have trouble finding deals or locking deal up on the contract, because when you talk like that, there is no way that you'll be able to lock deal up on the contract. the way some of you guys talk, it's just terrible, man. It's just terrible. And because a lot of time what it is, you know, some of them get on the live cold call, then they realize how bad they were, but at first they didn't know how bad they were. They didn't know how bad they were. And you guys gotta understand that if you don't know what's wrong, how can you make changes? If you don't know what you're doing right or what you're doing wrong, how can you make changes? And when you don't know, you're making changes to something that was not even wrong. Like, does that make sense? Like when you try to fix something, this is the broken, but you don't fix what's broken. You fix something else because you thought something else was the broken one. And let me tell you, like to me, I don't think like so many people in this business stress about talking to seller as much as I do. Because let me tell you this, how can you lock you up in a contract if you do not know how to talk to seller? I mean, have you heard anybody that locked property on the contract without talking to seller? Like, period, just don't talk to them at all, or even text message? Like how can you? So to me, that is the number one skill set that you need to learn and acquire, man. Is knowing how to talk to seller. So let's say I'm sitting here at the restaurant and across of me is some stranger. I can go up to them and approach them and know exactly what to say. And not come off awkward, you know what I mean? Not coming off as awkward. Or if you cold call, or if I go door knock, if you know what to say and how to talk to them, how to negotiate, you're not gonna come off all weird or awkward and get questioned about earnest money. What company, you know, earnest money, hey, you know? So they question you so much. Like if I got somebody now, I can come up to them and I can say, hey, my name is Kong. I'm with Home Buyer Express. I'm just curious if you guys have a house or a property that you might be interested in selling, or possibly receiving a free, no risk, no obligation cash offer from us. If they say no, then what you want to do is plant the seed. I teach you how to plant the seed. Don't just walk away. Plant the seed. Don't just hang up the phone. Plant the seed. Oh, okay, great. So I understand at this time you're not looking to sell, which is not a problem at all. I completely understand. But if the needs ever rise where you would consider selling, or at least getting a free, no risk, no obligation cash offer from us, then please give me a call back. You can reach me back at blah 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 123-123-1234. Thank you so much for your time. I wish you have a wonderful day. Okay. Boom. Now what you do is you end the call by planting the seeds in their mind, knowing that if they ever consider selling, they can call you back. And trust me, well, it's not about planting one seed or two seed, but after you plant multiple seeds, some seed